Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, dear viewers, and welcome to Success Path, where we explore different success stories. Today we have the pleasure of hosting a doctor, a distinguished scholar, and university professor with extensive academic discipline. Dr. Ghobrini Zakaria, welcome with us, Doctor. It's such a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much indeed, sister. It's my pleasure to be here with you again. Hope these minutes will be beneficial for all the watchers around Algeria.
Inshallah. Thank you, dear viewers. Let's go to the jingle quickly and come back to delve into an interesting conversation. We are back with Dr. Zakaria Ghobrini. Doctor, can you share with us your academic background and the path that led you to pursue multiple degrees?
Well, again, thank you very much. Talking about studies, first of all, it's a very long path since we start about primary school to middle school to high school. So when I took my high school degree, I moved to Algiers University for 1 year studying law and Islamic culture. Then I moved abroad for a full scholarship to start my bachelor's degree till master's till my first PhD in Saudi Arabia. Actually, it was very beneficial to take this information regarding religions and all the informations about the Islamic history and the religious history, as well as I benefit because I love these studies and I love it since I was young. This is why I work hard to take it. And it was a very nice and very beautiful experience, especially when you learn about different religions like Christian, Jewish, and Islam, and you take all the comparison between those religions. So when I took my bachelor's degree, I moved to Saudi Arabia in Islamic University in Medina. We benefit from the neighborhood of our Prophet, peace be upon him. It was very beneficial years, for example, because this university approach all the students around the world, and we took those knowledge based on the knowledge I took in my high school in Algeria here. I moved to bachelor's degree in religious comparative studies and theology, then I moved to master's degree in educational sciences, then PhD as well in the same specialty.
MashaAllah, that's very interesting, Doctor. Could you tell us a little bit what is the value added with you studying abroad?
Well, a special value, it's the same universities as the university in Algeria. Only the person when he's abroad, he benefit from the free time. He's far away of his family and the students and friends or neighbors, so there is no waste of time. Yes, he is there only for one mission and for one objective, and this is what we always try to advise our students on the university. They should make a very, very hard objective in their lives. They work hard for it. This is the first point. The second point, it's an access to open to other universities around the world. As we were students there, we have our card, so we can enter to the libraries, for example. We can enter to the series of scientific researchers around the world. This key, maybe we don't find it here in Algeria regarding the capacity of scientific research. So it adds, as well as the different cultures of the students with us, we find from United States of America, from Australia, from France, from Arab countries. So we share all the information, we choose and we benefit from different cultures, for example. So it gives us a powerful to move up forward to continue our high degrees, and this is what we try to do there.
That's very interesting. Talking about high degrees, what would you advise to students nowadays studying and to encourage them to make them follow higher degrees?
Well, the most important, not about take the degree, because we take the degree and we move it or we take it on the wall like a picture.
Exactly.
It's not beneficial, but the most important, we take the information and we take the knowledge, so we can show ourselves a new life, we can learn, we can travel around the world only by books. One of the teachers, for example, he was teaching us, he said that each person can make a journey in his journey. So maybe he don't fly by the plane or the boat or the train or something else, but he can fly regarding the books on the library. He moved from the history, from the decade. He learned from the previous persons, the previous teachers, or the previous, for example, in my specialty, how was the Prophet, peace be upon him, make the propagation with his people, how the followers who follow him try to guide the people to the straight path. So continue to high degrees, it's not about the certificate, more about the knowledge. the person can take this knowledge to save himself, to help himself, to give a new thing to his government. For example, when he returning back and he work in the society, he can advise people, he can bring new experience, he can bring new programs, he can share new informations, he can give different perspectives in a different corner on the society. So this is the meaning to continue the high studies such as masters and PhD. It's not about the journey
it's
or
about what you get from
absolutely
the journey.
About also what we can give to the country. It's not only for me. I continue my studies because I will this or I will the people see me that I get a high degree in the university, but in the end what I'm going to do on the society, is there any results, for example, I can give? How can I resolve problems on the society? All these questions are very important to the students, and this is what we always try to advise them and try to show them the right path. For example, on the university, be positive and give to your country, and don't wait from your country to give you more than you give it.
Yeah, I want to highlight a point. Students and young people nowadays think that studies aren't that important. They say, okay, I finished my studies, now what? They have the idea that studies aren't the solution for today's problems and the Algeria problems.
Yes, this is a very wrong, actually, vision.
Yeah,
and we always try to advise the students that don't focus on the studies. It's the key for the work. But try to focus when you learn. You show yourself new culture and you benefit from new culture. And this is the Prophet, peace be upon him, when the first order said, read. It's about make himself for a new chapter in life. It's about give himself a chance to know what's happening in this life.
Yeah.
The Creator, when he created his life, it's about knowledge, it's about search, it's about know what's going on. This is what we always, even the students who continue them studies and they became a professors on the university, they try always to learn and they continue, because the journey of the knowledge, it has no degree to full stop.
Yes.
But the student today, they manage to know the high studies or the certificate of high studies only to work, only to find a job, only to get money, and this is it's very wrong, because otherwise we find a lot of graduate students, they didn't work on them specialty. For example, we find, I don't know, like a PhD or a doctor on sociology, he worked on scientific research in other specialty. So the issue is to give ourselves a new knowledge. And this is how we find it, such as a very high universities around the world, like Harvard on the United States, or McGill in Canada, or Cambridge in the United Kingdom. They bring the students, even if they are not recorded in their specialty, but they have the ability and they have the talent to learn in this specialty.
Okay, yeah, that's very beautifully said. Thank you. What do you integrate your knowledge and experience from various fields into your teachings at a different university?
Well, actually, teaching, it's a very sweet mission. Yes, it's not about transfer the information or the knowledge to the students, but it pushed me always to learn and to search and to be younger in my brain. On the journey I prepare my lessons or my conferences, I took my journey on the libraries and searched for the sources and took a lot of information from several books or around several links in the internet, for example, or searching on the high performance teachers, what they live on the libraries on the university. That's very important, actually. It makes us very younger in our brain before we transfer this information.
That's very beautiful, Doctor. Dear viewers, let's go to the jingle and come back to continue with our conversation. We are back with Dr. Zakaria Ghobrini. Doctor, can you discuss your research interests and any significant project you've worked on during your career and your studies, and the projects that resonated with you that left a special impact on you?
Well, actually talking about the final project, wherever it's in a master's degree or a PhD degree, we have to know first that searching the title, it's about feeling the problem. Yeah. So it doesn't mean that each person he became a doctor or he took his PhD degree or he took his master's degree. it's a mission like he continues his studies, but it starts from feeling a problem on the society, feeling a problem during all the long journey, during his studies or his career learning. So when we feel this problem, we try to make a probabilities. How can I resolve this problem? So it began from this point. The second point, we try to learn try to write the big title. So when we write the big title, we made the plan regarding or based on the scientific research. In this stage, we move up to search around the books around the world.
Looking for answers.
Looking for different sources. And the PhD degree, the title of the PhD degree, it based the career of the person or the students in his future. This is the second point. The third point, regarding my experience, I can say that I spent the most beautiful moments, and I cannot say moments because I spent years, like 4 years preparing my PhD. It was a very sweet moment. I can remember as well as the period of Corona, I spent like 1 month, I did it exact from home, only preparing and writing and try to focus on those probabilities and resolve problems and find solutions and look to the books and bring different informations. So it's not about as a project of final of studies, more about give myself a chance to
that's the beauty of it.
open, big-minded and took a new experience. I believe it was the most beneficial period in my life. Maybe right now, because of the ability of work and the responsibility of the job, we don't find a lot of time to search or to read books or to write books. But in this period, we have to. So I focus a lot. I gone hard actually to bring all the information I know. I still remember those moments was the brilliant moments in my life, and this is maybe the reason I made my second PhD.
Yeah, that's very beautiful. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you for these interesting, beautiful moments. We have learned so much from you. It was such a pleasure having you here with us.
My pleasure too. Thank you so much for the invitation. Hope to made all what the students can benefit from this experience in our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear viewers, we have arrived to the end of today's episode from Success Path. What an interesting episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.